I don't have a new Elon Musk story today, but this is one of my all-time favorite shirts that we have in our merch store. So I'm going to wear this for this story and just highlight this shirt because I love this shirt, which you can find at hawkmerchstore.com. So Donald Trump has been having a full nutter over the last couple of days relative to Washington, D.C. I did a video a few minutes ago. He's deploying FBI agents and DHS agents to the streets of Washington, D.C. to crack down on violent crime, even though this year over last year at this time, violent crime is down 26%. Well, he also has a big problem with homeless people in Washington, D.C. He posted a bunch of batshit crazy stuff on Truth Social earlier today with photos of tents in parks in Washington, D.C. He wrote the following: "We're having a news conference tomorrow in the White House. I'm going to make our Capitol safer." He misspelled the word Capitol, by the way. "And more beautiful than it ever was before. The homeless have to move out immediately. We will give you places to stay, but far from the Capitol." He spelled it wrong again. "The criminals, you don't have to move out. We're going to put you in jail where you belong." Again, it's just over-policing of black people. That's all this is. And poverty. It's all going to happen very fast. Just like the border, we went from millions pouring in to zero in the last few months. This will be easier. Be prepared. There will be no more Mr. Nice Guy. We want our capital back. And again, as always, thank you for your attention to this matter. So it's criminalizing poverty. It's criminalizing homelessness. The federal government does not deal with homelessness. That's a state and local issue. But now apparently Donald Trump, I don't know, maybe because they're not able to arrest the number of immigrants they want to on a daily basis. Now they're going to start arresting homeless poor people and black people inside of Washington, D.C. to make up for that. We're getting some responses to this. Jason Rabininoitz, an activist and spokesperson for the National Homelessness Law Center, wrote, "The billionaires at the Cicero Institute have their hands all over these shameful steps." He added, "Again, Republicans are using Washington, D.C. as a sandbox for their failed, racist, and backward policies. Pay attention to what happens here because soon it will happen everywhere." Steve Berg, the chief policy officer at the National Alliance to End Homelessness, wrote, "I hardly see anybody on the streets of Washington, D.C. these days. If there are encampments, they are hiding. Could it be somebody thinks he can prove how tough he is by threatening people who are homeless?" Melanie Diorgo, executive director at the Campaign for New York Health, wrote, "Trump is going to start trafficking homeless people. Many won't have ID and will end up incarcerated with immigrants who are being arrested, trafficked, and detained without due process, and I might add, deported." The Washington Legal Clinic for the Homeless wrote on Twitter, "People are not criminals or dangerous by virtue of their unhoused status. People are struggling to afford rent and food in an expensive city. We should not have homelessness in our nation's capital, but the path to ending homelessness is housing, not displacement." That is exactly correct. Again, this story doesn't have anything to do with Elon Musk skipping like a dipshit, but I'm sure somewhere right now at this very moment, Elon Musk is skipping around like a dipshit. And you can find this in shirts, jerseys, hoodies, tank tops, V-necks at our merch store at hawkmerchstore.com. There's a link in the link tree in my bio. Thanks, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.